Have you ever wondered what makes France one of the most visited countries in the world? Is it the allure of the Eiffel Tower, the taste of a freshly baked baguette, or the rich history that seeps from every cobblestone? Maybe it's the promise of romance in the city of love, or the chance to tread the same ground as kings and queens, artists and revolutionaries. Join us on a journey through time and space as we uncover the secrets of this enchanting land. Our journey begins in the fertile lands of ancient Gaul, a place teeming with diverse Celtic tribes. Gaul was ripe for the taking, and it was the Romans, led by none other than the audacious Julius Caesar, who seized the opportunity. Caesar's Gallic Wars, a bloody and relentless campaign spanning 8 years, resulted in the complete Romanization of Gaul by 51 BC. The Romans brought not only their legions but also their culture, language and laws, molding Gaul into a province of the mighty Roman Empire. However, as the saying goes, all empires must fall, and the Western Roman Empire was no exception. As it crumbled under the weight of its own decadence and the invasions of various Germanic tribes, a new power emerged in Gaul: the Franks. The Franks, a coalition of Germanic tribes, established a kingdom in Gaul. Their rule, initially divided among several chieftains, was eventually unified under one leader, the legendary Charlemagne. Crowned as the Emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III in the year 800, Charlemagne led the Frankish kingdom to its zenith, laying the groundwork for what would later become the Kingdom of France. As the Frankish kingdom evolved into the Kingdom of France, a new chapter in the country's history began. The Middle Ages and the Renaissance were periods of great change and cultural flourishing in France. Let's first turn our gaze to the Middle Ages. This era, spanning roughly from the 5th to the 15th century, was a time when the very foundations of French culture were being laid. The construction of Gothic cathedrals began, an architectural feat that still inspires awe today. These towering structures with their intricate stained glass windows and soaring spires became the symbols of French cities. They were not just places of worship, but also centers of learning and culture, helping to shape the identity of the nation. But the Middle Ages were not without conflict. The 100 Years' War, a series of battles between England and France, dominated the latter part of this era. This prolonged conflict not only affected the political landscape, but also had a profound impact on French society. It ignited a sense of national identity and led to significant changes in military strategy and tactics. As the dust of the Middle Ages settled, the Renaissance dawned in France, a period of intellectual and artistic rebirth that spanned the 15th to 17th centuries. This was a time when France began to blossom as a center of art and learning. The French Renaissance was marked by a surge in literature, art, and philosophy, influenced by the rediscovery of the classical Greek and Roman texts. It was the age of Michel de Montaigne, Francis Rabelais, and Pierre de Ronsard, figures who left an indelible mark on French and world literature. The Renaissance also saw the onset of the Age of Exploration. French explorers set sail to distant lands, expanding their knowledge of the world and bringing back new ideas and influences that would further enrich French culture. At the heart of it all, the Middle Ages and the Renaissance were periods of profound transformation for France. They were times of conflict and discovery, of loss and rebirth, shaping the country's identity and laying the groundwork for its future. The Enlightenment era brought about a revolution that would change France and the world forever. The French Revolution was a period of radical political and societal change in France. It began in 1789, a time when the nation was in the grip of a financial crisis. The monarchy under Louis XVI was unable to manage the country's debt, and the common people were burdened with heavy taxes. The commoners were also discontent with the social inequality that was rampant in the society. This was the spark that ignited the French Revolution, a firestorm of change that swept through France. The revolution was marked by critical events like the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of royal tyranny, and the Reign of Terror, where thousands were executed in the name of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The revolution also saw the rise of radical political groups like the Jacobins, who championed the cause of the common people. But the revolution wasn't just about guillotines and riots. It led to dramatic changes in French society and politics. The monarchy was abolished, and France became a republic. The revolution also led to the establishment of secularism and the spread of nationalism. And then, out of the chaos of the revolution, rose a figure who would leave an indelible mark on France and the world: Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon seized power in a coup d'état in 1800 and established a political structure known as the Consulate. He would later declare himself emperor, embarking on a series of military campaigns across Europe, known as the Napoleonic Wars. The Napoleonic era, however, ended in defeat for France. Napoleon was exiled, and the monarchy was briefly restored. But the changes brought about by the revolution and Napoleon had far-reaching effects. They laid the groundwork for modern political ideologies and inspired revolutions around the world. Despite the turmoil of the revolution and the Napoleonic era, France emerged as a global power in the 19th and 20th centuries. Today, France stands as a testament to its rich history, while also being a beacon of modernity and innovation. A nation that's managed to preserve its past while simultaneously embracing the future. It's like a beautiful dance, a blend of old and new, where each step is as important as the one before it. Let's take a look at Paris, the City of Lights. Here, centuries-old landmarks like the Notre Dame Cathedral and the Louvre, home to the iconic Mona Lisa, coexist with modern architectural wonders such as the Louvre Pyramid and the Centre Pompidou. Each street corner whispers tales of the past, while the vibrant energy of the present pulses through its veins. Beyond the capital, each city in France has its own unique charm. The port city of Marseille boasts a rich history dating back to ancient Greece, yet it's also a hub for contemporary art and music. Bordeaux, known globally for its exquisite wines, is a blend of grand 18th century architecture and innovative urban design. And it's not just the cities. France's rural areas also reflect this fusion of history and modernity. From the traditional vineyards of Burgundy, using techniques passed down through generations, to the cutting-edge technology employed in the fields of agriculture and renewable energy. But France isn't just about its physical features. The nation's culture, too, is a blend of the traditional and the contemporary. French cuisine, for instance, is world-renowned. Yet, while it continues to respect its culinary heritage, it constantly innovates, pushing boundaries and setting global trends. The same can be said for issues facing France today. Like any modern nation, it grapples with challenges of the 21st century, from climate change to social inequality. But it does so with a unique French perspective, informed by its history and its enduring values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. From its ancient beginnings to its modern achievements, France's history is a captivating journey that continues to fascinate people.